Hi, Eric Lanask here. We are in San Jose for this week's TMC Roadshow, and I have on the program right now Udi Yuhtman from Interface Masters. Udi, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Some interesting things. You've got an exciting time for the company. You got a couple of announcements coming up.
Correct.
Tell me about them.
We have been working on the packet manipulation market, where we have been doing layer 2, layer 3 manipulation of packets, mirroring, aggregation, load balancing, and filtering. And we have been in that market for the last 2 years, and we'll be introducing two systems, one with a 10G base T interfaces, which is an interface that is now picking up. We believe it will be very strong due to the fact that Intel will be shipping 10G base T on their motherboards. And the second system will be mostly based on 1G base T, which will be a lower cost system for markets where the price is very crucial and sensitive. So,
where price is more important than performance?
Price is important. So when price is important and they don't need the 10G. Most of the systems today doing the packet manipulation, they come with the fiber interfaces and they are expensive. They don't have 1G base T. So we are coming with 1G base T to make it lower cost and more affordable.
And can you elaborate a little bit on what markets those might be?
We are going after the monitoring market, recording, lawful intercept. So those are markets that need a system that will be able to mirror the traffic, aggregate, and do some filtering so they can really process all the data at 1 gigabit or 10 gigabit packet per second. Yes.
And how does that, are there other similar solutions on the market right now?
There are other solutions in the market. They are different in the way they approach it. Our system is bidirectional in terms of all the ports can be inputs or outputs, so that enables the user to do different configurations that are not possible with the systems today. And also the technology is non-blocking, so we kind of don't lose packets, and the system is pretty reliable and robust.
Very important features for things like call recording and lawful intercept.
Yeah, that's correct.
So you talked a little bit about 1G, 10G. What are you doing in the 40G space?
We have already systems that we ship already with 40 gig interfaces, so that's being in production now. We are now introducing a new system which will be ready in 4 weeks from now. Includes 40 gig bypass, where you can put inline appliances that get 40 gig interfaces, and that system will be able to preserve the network connectivity while placing a security appliance on the network that runs at 40G. The system is already being tested, and we are already talking with security appliance vendors to ship that with the systems that they are preparing.
How much adoption of 40G technology is there out in the market already today?
It's starting. We are in the hundreds of units shipments. It's not so significant yet, but we believe by the end of the year we'll have much more volume.
Is there something different? Is there anything different that has to be done in terms of the security for 40G deployments?
For 40G, definitely you need the higher speed processors. So that's kind of a challenge that also is there in the security market, the deep packet inspection especially. And in that regard, we have been developing CPU subsystems to offload as much as we kind of will find applications to offload from these networking appliances and be able to do it before it gets to the real host CPU that needs to do the real work. So we'll be offloading some security functions, we'll be offloading filtering, load balancing, and so forth. Yeah.
I've heard some people discussing the idea that that deep packet inspection slows down performance. What do you have to say about that?
Deep packet inspection is very extensive, CPU extensive function. It slows performance if you don't do it right, I think. In general, if the CPU can handle the 40 gig, that should be it. It should be able to do it. And that's our goal, is to introduce systems that can do really 40 gig at line rate.
Excellent. Udi, thanks so much for joining us here on the TMC Roadshow.
Thank you.